Okay, while we're in the flow, divine love and harmony. While we're in the flow of divine love and harmony, let's go ahead and get another reading done with the affirmations today, with the ascension affirmation cards that I've created. We want to go ahead and see if there's just a short channeling for someone who needs it today on these affirmation cards. We're in the flow of harmony. And there we go. Bear with me. We want to see if there's anything else we want to add to this, a clarifier for this reading today. Okay. Alright, so this is your reading, your very short reading for today. I am very courageous and brave. And it's the Three of Wands. I'm very courageous and brave, and it's Three of Wands. And I'm seeing this as it's coming through is a spotlight on you. A spotlight being shown on you. And so that's why you must be very courageous and brave. I see a spotlight over your head, lighting you up. And circling. So it's almost like you're lighted from within, or you're on the spotlight. You're on spotlight, you're on stage. Something like that. You are being recognized. Among others. You are being recognized among others. As being very creative and doing your own thing. That's what brings the spotlight to you. If you're trying to be whatever you're trying to do, this blessing being bestowed upon you requires you to be your personal self, your authentic self. It requires you to, that is what is being spotlighted. That is what is being spotlighted, is you. You being your authentic self is being spotlighted and brings recognition to you. And it's very creative, and it's very much how you love others. I see dancers here. I see all of the creative talents and aspects. I see gardeners here, gardening. Very grounded with the earth as well. I am very courageous and brave. So what it is that you're trying to do, you can't do it from the shadows. There will be a spotlight upon you. And in that, you have to be true and authentic. And to do that, you kind of have to close your eyes. Not kind of. This is what you have to do. I see you closing your eyes and following your inner song, your inner tune. You're following a vision. Whatever it is that you're doing, nobody else can see it but you. You're channeling something from inside of yourself that nobody else can see but you. And so you have to bring it in. You have to channel it in. You have to bring it in. You have to channel it in. You have to stay within that state of being, within that creative state of being, to bring it through. That requires you to be very courageous and brave when other people can't see what it is that you're doing or what you're pulling through or the entire vision that you have. And then the earthing, I talked about grounding, earth, flowers. That is so that you can remain grounded. So see, within this ascension, you are going to be pulling through something into this reality that is not yet manifest. And others cannot see it. It requires you to be courageous and brave. Very self-driven, self-vision. Because we're all Martin Luther Kings now, right? If you're on this ascension path, he had a dream. So whatever it is that is your dream that you're pulling through, number one, you know that it must be love-based. That's where we're going. That's all that exists. It must be love-based. Number two, it must have your being in it. The being that is you must come through this, must radiate from this. And then that will bring this spotlight, this recognition, this perfect spot for you. Because I got the sun placed right over your head with a star, like a love star in the middle of it, shining right down upon you, and your arms are raised to receive it, eyes closed. See, that's channeling. You're pulling in this vision. You're pulling in that which nobody else can see, and you are grounding it into this earth, into this reality. Requires focus, requires meditation, requires time alone, requires nourishing. Let's nourish it. Nourish it. Requires grounding within yourself so that no strong wind can knock you over, and nobody who doesn't see or understand what it is that you're doing can take that from you. You're grounded within the mother, within Mother Earth. Ground within the source of the mother, ground within the source of your own self-love and higher self, and then ground. And then that will serve to channel in that which you are bringing in. That which you're bringing in. You're bringing in a certain type of expression. But as we are on this ascension path, you know that it will help others. That what it is that you're bringing in is not just for yourself. It will help others. And I see that you have to very much nurture yourself. So you can't look for validation from outside of yourself or nourishment for this. That will have to come from yourself. You are source. Love, you are source. Everyone says connect with source, connect with source, connect with source. Okay. Well, I didn't know that I was source. I didn't know that. So I was trying so hard to connect with source, and really source is myself, my truest self. So, source. Connect yourself, ground yourself within source and the mother, and pull this in. Whatever it is that you're trying to do, this vision, this expression of yourself in the world, pull it in. I see movement around it for whatever reason. I see movement. So it could be like, I don't know. I just don't know. I don't even want to guess. Because I don't want to limit anyone hearing this. Is there any last words that you have regarding being courageous and brave and what it is that you're doing? Yes. They were saying to me, so you can't look outside of yourself for validation, for confirmation, for kudos, for nourishment. That all will come from you, yourself, from Source, God, your higher self, from you. And the more that authentic you are in turning within, recognizing your higher self, and beaming that into the world, within the flow of harmony, you'll be okay. More than okay. More than okay. You'll be in your purpose. So now is the time to be courageous and brave. It's not going to look like what anybody else has going on. And even if it does, you still have to close your eyes and play your own song to stay in the flow of harmony. All right. And I think that's the last messages. I'm going to just see if there's anything else. And then we're going to close this reading. I hope that was very helpful for you. Is there any last words you'd like to add to this reading? Divine wisdom, guidance, and unconditional love. Is there any last words? No. They say keep it simple. They say keep it simple. Keep it simple. In this reading about courageousness and being brave and what you must do and why you must do it that way is going to be a healing practice for yourself. If you can change your perspective to that, then it's very healing for you. And it's very self-nourishing for you. And that halo, or excuse this noise, I'm going to try to cut this out. With that sun above you that I'm calling recognition, where I say others will see you and recognize you. I keep saying recognition, they keep saying anointing, and I keep avoiding that. But when you are in your light with your own doing this, what we talked about, it almost provides a halo around you. And that's where kind of the recognition comes from. Others can see your halo when you're in the flow of love and harmony. And it encourages, it's a divine light to others. When you are living in your purpose, within the flow of harmony, in your authenticity, in the being of being you, in the expression of expressing God through you, then you have a halo around you, in which others can see and learn from. Yes, so I'm going to stop it there because apparently I can keep going and going. I hope that was helpful for you. For today's Ascension Affirmation, Thanks for spending time with me. I appreciate you all. And your patience.